Hi team, Alina here. Welcome to the second beta workout for Kettlebell Boss. So today's workout will have three components. We're going to start with our active warm-up, then we're going to go into a 10-minute EMOM, every minute on the minute, and we'll finish with a 10-minute AMRAP. This workout shouldn't take you any more than 10 to 40 minutes. So what you're going to need for this workout, I like a mat because we're going to be doing some kneeling, and I kind of have soft knees and I like to kneel on a mat. Also, you're going to need a light to medium kettlebell, and then if you have it, you can use also a second kettlebell that's heavier. All right, we're going to start with our active warm-up, and it's going to be 3 rounds of 2 exercises. We're going to go hip prying and kneeling kettlebell halo. So let's start with the hip prying. What we're going to do, grab your kettlebell, the smaller of the 2, and we're going to pop it up into the goblet position, elbows down. All right, you're going to let the kettlebell travel in front of you slightly, and we're going to squat all the way down to the bottom. So in front of me, it's counterbalancing me. I'm going to squat all the way to my squat bottom, and then use my elbows on the inside of my knees to kind of press out. I'm going to shift side to side. I'm going to really settle into this, use my elbows to push my knees apart, and this is a hip prying squat, right? So I'm not going to stand up from this position because I'm very, very deep and my back is likely to be rounded, but I'm going to mobilize my hips and my ankles, and I'm going to sit down here for about 30 seconds. Right, when I'm done, kettlebell I'm going to set on the ground, and then I'm going to stand up, okay? I'm going to have you set the kettlebell on the ground instead of trying to stand up from that really deep squat, because we kind of relaxed down there, and I don't want you to try to force yourself up out of a relaxed position, okay? Then we're going to take our kettlebell. We're going to kneel on the ground, 2 knees down. This is why I like a mat. Take your kettlebell, flip it upside down, and I'm holding it now by the horns. All right, and the kettlebell is upside down, elbows tight to my body, and I'm going to make rotations around my head. All right, this is called the kettlebell halo. I'm going to go 5 in one direction, letting my elbows go way up, all the way back. It'll stretch my shoulders all the way up and back, and then 5 in the other direction. Okay, nice and slow and controlled. You'll see from here I have to squeeze my butt. My core is locked on. I don't want to arch my back. Okay, really controlled. Okay, so that's the 2 exercises of your active warm-up. So you're going to go 3 rounds of 30-second hip prying and 5 kettlebell halos per direction. From there, you should already kind of feel a bit warm, muscles feeling loosened up, and we're going to go right into our 10-minute EMOM. So set a timer for 10 minutes, and every minute on the minute, you're going to do either 10 goblet squats or 10 kneeling presses. Okay, so I'll show you what both looks like. The goblet squat is the one that's kind of like our hip prying. However, we're not going to settle quite so deep into it. We're not going to relax into it. We're going to stay tight in our midsection and come back up again, okay? I want these nice and slow and controlled. So again, for the kettlebell goblet squat, kettlebell in the goblet position right in front of my chest, feet spread slightly because I'm going to be doing a squat, and I'm going to go nice and slow. Let's go 3 seconds down and then explode up. 1, 2, 3, and then explode up. One more time, 1, 2, 3, and explode up. Okay, so I'm going to do 10 of those slow goblet squats. You can use your heavier kettlebell there if you have quite strong legs. Grab your lighter kettlebell, and I'm going to go on one knee this time. Okay, one knee with 2 hands. I'm going to put the kettlebell into the rack position, and I'm going to be working on single arm kettlebell presses. From here, I'm going to take an inhale, and exhale as I press it up. Inhale here, and exhale as I press up. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 on this arm, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch. When I switch, I'm going to switch my knees as well. Okay, whatever knees down is the arm that you're going to press with. Arm out to the side, and exhale at the top, and exhale. The reason we're in this kneeling position is it creates a lot of stability for your hips, also for your core, so it's a little bit more challenging. So those 2 exercises, you have your slow goblet squat and you have your kneeling kettlebell press. These are 2 strength exercises that you're going to do for your 10-minute EMOM. However, over the course of the 10 minutes, it should start to feel really hard. As you can see, I'm already kind of puffing. So for that's all done. I'm going to move my mat out of the way now. So I'm done kneeling, and I'm gonna set my timer for the 10-minute AMRAP. And this is where I'm actually gonna grab my heavy kettlebell. So I have a 20 kilo kettlebell here, and a 12 kilo kettlebell here. Your kettlebell sizes will completely depend on your strength level, but I'm having this 20-minute AMRAP, again, has 2 exercises. These ones are a little bit more metabolic in nature, so this is gonna be your conditioning, but also you're gonna be learning some new techniques. So today we're gonna work on sumo deadlift. You're gonna do 20 reps, which is a lot of reps, just in case you have a really light kettlebell. So you're gonna go a little bit wider than your normal deadlift. Knees open as you go down, and stand up. Knees a bit wider, touch the ground, and stand up. I'll show you this from the side. Keep your back nice and flat. Push your bum back, and squeeze your glutes hard at the top. Okay, you're gonna go 20 of these. Nice and controlled. I don't want you to rush your reps here. Even though it's an AMRAP, I want you to go nice and controlled. Once you've done your 20 deadlifts, take a breather, and then we're gonna grab their lighter kettlebell, and we're gonna do dead stop cleans. So dead stop cleans are a little bit different than regular cleans, that we're not throwing them between our legs, and we're just gonna pick them up straight from the ground, okay? So I'm gonna go, I'll start with my right hand, kettlebell on the ground, pick it up into the rack position. Gonna go right back to the ground, and now I'm gonna alternate hands, left hand, pick it up right into the rack position. I'm gonna keep the kettlebell really close to my body as I do this. I'll show you from the side. My elbow kind of pulls back, and then I punch my hand through the handle. Okay, so if this is challenging for you and you're finding it hard on your forearm, you can do 2 hands, right? So if I'm using my right hand, I'm gonna go right hand, left hand's gonna help, and it's gonna help guide it to the rack. I'll show you with the left hand's on, right hand helps, and it just guides it to the rack. Okay, we call that a cheat clean. Okay, which is totally understandable as you're learning the clean technique. This might be where you're at. Okay, so we're gonna go 10 minutes here. We should have fairly heavy enough weights that you should be getting around 5-ish rounds, meaning 5 rounds of deadlifts and 5 rounds of cleans, making sure that you rest appropriately in between each round. All right, I look forward to you trying this workout. Again, send me any feedback through email. I love hearing you guys crush these workouts. Have fun.